Oilers, you got a great offense with Connor McDavid. So I have them sweeping them.
Yeah, well, I don't think you heard my point. The San Francisco Giants have 3 more in the 2010s than the Rangers have in their entire history. So, yeah.
It's hard to get back and to get back-to-back wins. And I don't see the Lightning doing it here, so I have them losing to the Hurricanes in 6.
We don't talk about the 2010s because the 2010s had the Astros. And if the Astros didn't happen, the Yankees would have won in 2017 with the Dodgers.
He was close to Frank Reich, and they want Frank Reich back, so that's what they got. It's their discount Frank Reich.
Kaprizov and the rest of this crew, Jordan Greenway, who doesn't get enough props. He definitely is somebody who needs to be mentioned more.
Hi, this is Julie Dobbs. You're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA opinions of the week. No free agency news. Well, there is free agency news, but that is not in today's video. Today's video, the man with the question.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting Olympics. I'm excited to watch. I'm sure the U.S. will end up doing very well with their God squad that they built for themselves. But this is more regarding, I think, the teams that have only 1, 2, maybe 3 NBA players on it, especially those ones that are the high-profile guys, like we just saw that Giannis has clinched an Olympic spot. How does that affect their next season? Because they don't really get a rest. I guess for Giannis, it's a little bit different because he has been resting for a while because of his injury. He just has to make sure not to re-injure it. But Kevin, what is your opinion on how the Olympics affects players their next season?
I think it does. We don't really see this with the U.S. because there are so many great players. I think they're kind of relationships built. I think there was that rumor with the Kevin Durant and Kyrie getting to know each other. Maybe it wasn't Team USA, but it was like the All-Star game. But with the players, I think the main question is like Slovenia. We saw Luka dealt with injuries throughout the playoffs, and then he just immediately went into Slovenia qualifying. Sadly, they weren't able to make it, which just hurts like the country. But I know from an NBA standpoint, you're glad Luka can get some rest. But to me, I think it does put some pressure because they rely on those type of players. I'm interested to see what Giannis does with Greece. I think it's a fantastic story, but I do think it puts a lot of pressure on the player, and I'm interested to see what does it look like when they enter training camp. So to me, it's always weird to have this timing of it, but there's no really other time where they can choose to play because the NBA is such a long season.
Yeah, and I totally understand why players want to do it. It is representing your country, especially if it's one that, like Giannis, really, really does need you to win, can be an emotional experience like we saw. And I do think it matters to him. I know I do know of Mavs fans that were happy that Luka did not end up making it, but I think it's a plus and a minus. You want your player to be happy, and obviously you want him to stay healthy and be able to go through an entire NBA season the year after. But if he really wants to play for his country, I don't think you should deny him that opportunity.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would have never said like don't play. There's pros and cons because I would have loved to see Slovenia in the Olympics again. I think it's great for Luka because Slovenia is only like 2 million people, and he's like, I'm honored to do it. So I love seeing him love for that country. I will go to the other side. We talk about superstars. It kind of gives role players exposure for the NBA, so like they could get into it. Like we saw Dario Saric play great against
Slovenia. He had a triple double.
Yeah,
19, 10, and 10.
Yeah, and then he just got signed to the Nuggets. So you're like, oh, I remember Dennis Schroeder had a great
run with Germany.
Run with Germany, and that kind of helped. So I do think it's pros and cons of it. It does help players get recognition with their team. If they're kind of a role player like Dennis Schroeder and Dario Saric. And then it is kind of a burden for the superstars where they're going to get, especially Luka. He has had very high minutes with the Mavs for his entire career with the Mavs. And then he has those high minutes with Slovenia. So we don't really see a player get a lot of minutes with the USA because it's just such a great roster.
Yeah, you make good points. I am interested to see, like, how will a team like the U.S. guard a team like Greece? Are they going to throw their 2 best defenders at Giannis, 3 best defenders at Giannis? And how does that affect Giannis physically? I'm excited, though. I think Giannis, again, deserves this opportunity. He's already won an NBA title. I do think he's still trying to win another one. But to win, get any sort of medal with Greece, I think would mean a lot to him at this point in his career.
Yeah, I am also excited for France because that has Wemby and Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
A lot of other young guys as well. I'm trying to think. There's a future first overall pick, I know, for next year with France.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know Spain's been really good because I watched the Redeem Team documentary. And just that. Have you watched that documentary?
I have not.
No. Okay, it is very good.
I'll have to check
But
it
yeah,
out.
I don't know. I'm interested in the US, but I'm kind of going to be rooting for Greece. I would have been rooting for Slovenia because just of seeing how much it means. Like, I love seeing the video of Giannis kind of really taking it in, having Greece go to the Olympics because they haven't been there since 2008.
Yeah, it's remarkable, and I'm really happy for him and all those teams that have made it because it is a special opportunity.
Yeah, so I think there are pros and cons to it. I don't hate a player competing in the Olympics. I actually kind of love it because it shows just what they are with the country and it gives them a different look.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is all I got. I'll let you take this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know. Are you mad when your player is playing for their nation or not? Are you excited to see them play? Thank you again.